Unscripted. I am Tasha Bush, Every Girl Advertising and Book. And tonight I have Chris Foster with me.
Hi there, how are you?
Doing well. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me here. That's nice to be here.
Thanks for coming all the way out from Mitchell. I know that's not a small drive for you.
Oh, no. I used to actually work here in Sioux Falls. I worked here for 6 years and I lived in Mitchell. So, my car, knows the way. I don't even have to, pay attention.
Autopilot is
Yeah, autopilot. I had autopilot way before anyone else.
people tried looking up at the. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been in music and singing since I was just a little kid. And, from when I really took off, getting really into it and interested in it, though, is, kind of in that middle school or high school era. And, that was, people along the way. And I've been doing music stuff for, probably 40 years now, kind of in a semi-professional state, I would say. Yeah.
Well, I do also know you sing at Kendall's parents' wedding.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah, I did. See that Kendall's dad, when Kendall's dad first met me, I was probably about yay tall.
Oh God.
Yeah. Because he worked in the same grocery store as my father. My father was a store manager and he was one of the assistant managers or department managers. So yeah, that's how we kind of got to know each other.
That's awesome. Full circle on that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so tell me a little bit of what you're what for us to do.
Well, I hear that you have a bit that you're interested in a lot of songwriting and stuff like that. I haven't read much of an original song for a long time, and if I did try to perform one of those, if one of the guys that I did that would have found out, he would probably come punk me on the head because he wants to forget that it ever happened. Oh, it's one of those things that we did when we were very, very young, and he's a music teacher now.
Oh,
so he always tries to hide it from his students. So no, but my youngest daughter, who happens to be named Tasha as well.
oh, what's it?
And she dug it up. She dug it up, and she started playing it once in band, and he immediately was like, "What are you doing? Where'd you get that?"
That's funny.
He thought all the copies were destroyed, but unfortunately my mom keeps stuff.
I think all moms do. I have some sex bites in audio thing. So, but I'm sure. So, well, then why not would you wrote some original? So we'll do the flip on this, because usually we talk about how and why, but we'll do the flip. Why aren't you writing your own originals?
Well, I think, and there was a time where I definitely enjoyed doing that, and then over the years, I guess it just kind of got away from me. Not so much that I don't ever think of anything, but just that when I start to get something in my head, it just never makes it to paper, or it never makes it to a recording, much to my chagrin. But if I had the right opportunity, the right people around me, I'd probably be good at interview, really.
Well, then I think you should come out to a round table. Is that part of the bigger camper?
Yeah, I was actually looking at that going, maybe I should have selected one of those.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to select. You just show up. That's the great part about the round table. Connie comes out we do it every Thursday at the end of the month. And it just Connie, Lee West, Tivers, Manel, Jace. You guys just do whatever. It's kind of like an open mic. But
cool.
It's just everybody doing something together.
Yes.
Let's try it out. But we'll get back to where is your music. So go ahead. What do you want to do first?
Okay. Well, when I kind of told you, my main music influences, in the last probably decade, we should say, Zach Brown, Aaron Lewis, that kind of stuff. So maybe I'll start off with a Zach Brown song, and we'll go from there.
We're starting.
All right, cool.
Do we need some more napkins extra plates?
Don't be bit. I come all the pretty girls like you are taking, baby. I've been looking for someone like you to save me. Not too easy to be so damn complicated. Take your time and I'll be waiting. Keep me in mind. Somewhere down the road you might get lonely. Keep me in mind. And praising me that you will love me only. Think about the someday. And the way I lay wasting day after day review. Let's go separate ways and no one me get ready. Keep me in mind. Somewhere down the road you might get lonely. Keep me in mind. Pray someday that you will love me only. Well, world can be real tough. Find shelter in me. If there's no one else to love, keep me in mind. Wherever you wanted me, I'll be your man. I'd be a fool to let you go with someone else. Whatever you want from me, I'll be your man. And give it all the just to before said. Keep me in eyes. So if down the road you might get lonely, keep me in mind. And I pray someday that you will love me only. When the world get be real tough, won't you hold on to me? If there's no one left to love, keep me in mind. Keep me in. I'll hold you, darling. I'll be your baby. I'll hold you, darling. Don't be long.
So, I'm not a big Zach Brown fan, so the beginning of that abuses. But that is one of those songs I do like by them.
Oh, cool. Well, I kicked that one, man. Awesome.
So kudos to you on that one.
Well, thanks. Yeah. It's totally not fun or totally unscripted, right?
Yep, unscripted. Sorry. See. So what do you got next for me?
Well, I guess, if we want to chat for a little more, I can tell you about something that I really getting into lately. Well, Kimball might have told you too. She's a show choir alum, Mitchell show choir alum. I'm a Mitchell show choir alum. She probably never talks about it at all.
Never, not.
I know that she's got her show choir fairly tonight. So totally rocking that. So kudos to you. My youngest daughter again, Tasha. She's in it right now. My youngest son, Christian, will be in it. He's a 7th grader right now, so he's in the middle school one. He'll be in it when he gets to high school. And my oldest daughter, Olivia, she was in it too. So so it's kind of a family tradition, right?
Yep.
And so I, as a show choir dad, I have spent a lot of time around the kids, and they're really super kids. They really are. You take a look at there's about 80 kids in the group when you add in the tech people and the band.
Yeah.
Oh, and the performers, it's about 80.
What?
And then when you look at the average senior class in Mitchell is around 250, around 250. And then I go to the National Honor Society thing, the awards, and about half the kids that come up there are show choir kids. So it's a really good, smart group of kids, and they work their butts off.
Yeah.
And so they really be around them and hanging out with others. I usually take care of their meals. So I like to make sure that they got good food to eat. They're not, going to McDonald's and things like that. If I can provide them, some home cooked food and stuff, I will do it. And so like I said, I really have been involved a lot in that. And so that really, as I watch the kids perform, and as I go around the country with them, and I watch other kids from other schools perform and stuff, I cannot help myself but kind of start looking at them from wow, that kid's really talented, or that kid, she would just maybe change a little something about what she's doing, and maybe that she could go to the next level, or he could go to the next level. And And so I've been thinking about it for a few years now, and I decided to start doing some classes. So, classes really on just like vocalization and on how to present yourself on stage, kind of the mindset of being on stage, and and then the science of singing too, really what's happening in here and down here, when you're singing, what's happening physically, because I think from my own personal experience, I know, I'll start off I'll preface this by saying I'm a terrible golfer, but I'm a little less terrible now because I kind of started studying the science of why you want to hit the ball in a certain way, or why you want to think about hitting the ball in a certain way. Well, I think so many of us just kind of, and singers are, this happens to us because we can be lazy, but you just kind of roll out of bed and start singing. You don't really think well, you might go, oh, geez, my voice is a little bit rough today. Well, why is that? What'd you drink last night? What'd you drink this morning? How did you warm up? Did you take time to stretch? Did you take time to, try to make sure that everything is working in there before you started trying to use it to the, like you want to? Yeah. And so, yeah, I just want to try to give them a mindset of, really thinking about that, because if they start taking care of their voice early on, then not only will it help them get better, but it'll help them maintain that for many, many years to come.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So right now I have a website that I just launched it, but it doesn't really have a full lot of content yet. The content is still being adult, but it's called Sonic Ascent Labs.com. Okay. So Sonic, meaning voice, Ascent, meaning we're going up.
Yeah.
And then the labs, meaning we're kind of behind the scenes working with working with everything, trying to make people better singers. And so, yeah, I've got a program written for 12, 15-year-olds. I've got a program written for 16 to 18-year-olds. But the 16 to 80-year-old program you could probably just say 16 and up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got this, and so those programs are gonna hopefully launch this summer. And I'm gonna be doing those locally in Eventual first, and then hopefully other places too.
Yeah, I'd say it's something that's definitely needed. I know that we consider doing a mentorship for younger kids. Because we have great music unity where Connie, I pairing her up with somebody you could use a younger generation to be able to help them out into going into the society, to say, here, this is what works, this is what's not working. Hey, it's differently, or I've had success in this where this I'd not. And being able to help just guide them a little bit easier. So that's awesome that you're doing that.
Yeah. It's, I spent so much of my life so far, you asked me, why did I stop writing songs? I've been distracted. I've been distracted by work, and now I'm kind of liberated from that. The job I'm doing now, I actually have several jobs, but the jobs I'm doing now, I can kind of set my own schedule. So now I have time to focus on getting back on the things that I love and I care about, like this, and then if I stay in the future with the kids and stuff, trying to really and help them be better singers. So
no, 100%, and I think they let that, because that's not something that I took chorus in middle school, and I was supposed to be in show choir in high school, but I opted out because I was no, not it was.
You're not so Lakers.
No, and I looked for middle school, but in high school, I was just telling say I would much rather play volleyball and basketball over and singing and dancing and being a part of that. So that was more why he was no, this isn't for me. And actually, the choir teacher, not bad, she was no. I was yeah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. Yep. I've seen that happen too.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that, I wouldn't think that's not something they taught me, though. In chorus, it's not in normal standard chorus. They don't teach you to warm up. Actually warm up your vocals, make sure this is what you're doing the night before so that it doesn't affect your vocals the next day. Right? That's not self-theme. So, that's something to educate the incoming next set. It's musicians.
Yes. Yeah. That's very, it's essential. I mean, if you want to be better, you know, get a coach, and that's what I'm offering basically is if you want somebody who's done it, who's been there, who knows exactly what you're going through, then I've probably been there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's no official rating system to this, but I mean, over the last 40 years, I would wager with you that I have sung the national anthem in South Dakota more than anyone.
Really?
Yep. I sing it at basketball games. I sing it at baseball games. I sing it everywhere, everywhere and anywhere I'm asked. And as long as I can make it, I'll do it. And so, yeah, it's part of the way that I get back. But, I also, just have that passion to be out there and being involved. I love sports too and totally support what you were talking about with, hey, if you love sports more than you love music, then, make that call. Totally support that. But yeah, I just love to do this, and this is just kind of overdue. I'm super happy to have a chance to be here tonight. So.
So I'm so glad you made it up here. So now let's see some music. The lyrics cause more that. What song you do next?
Well, so the music genre thing is always tough for me, right? Because when you say, well, what's your favorite type of music? That's a really tough question for me to answer. I told you Zach Brown, Aaron Lewis, stuff like that. But I could have very easily said, well, Michael Bublé. I like Michael Bublé. I love singing Sinatra-esque stuff too. I'd love to have a big jazz band behind me, doing stuff like that. It's totally cool. But I also I'm a kid, that was kind of raised in the 80s and 90s, right? So
Yeah.
So I love a lot of that, like U2, for example, YouTube, and other groups too that from that type of era, and then when I DJ'd in college, that was when alternative music was coming out, and I remember the first time one of the station director handed me an album, and it was lied. And he handed me, it was their first album. He was like, he got played this. So I was like, who the heck are these guys? But then I started playing up wow, this is different, but I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it's a wide range, and that's not even, we're not even scraping the surface.
No.
It's basically, you could about say
Ever.
I draw the line at Death Note. Okay. That's,
Hey, stop. Oh, there you go in common. Yeah, I like that. I do all try to renew to all these punk ones, and I go ahead and use it, ladies, and
yeah, I totally get that. But, okay, so, how about some Rastaflex?
ooh, I like
I sit out on payroll bay many years ago, hoping I would find true love along broken road. But I've got lost a time or two, but my brow kept pushing through. Couldn't see how every sun pointed straight to you. Every long lost street led me to where you are. Others who broke my heart, they were lined up their stars, pointing me on my way into your loving arms. This much I know is true, that God bless the broken road and led me straight to you. Yes, I did. You did. Stand up, good, and yeah. I think about the years I spent just passing through. Okay. But look to make the time I lost and give it back to you. but you just silent take my hand. You've been there, you understand. It's all part of the plan that is coming true. Every low stream, then to move on up into my bonds. Every line of the stars, pointing me on my way into your loving arms. This much I know is true. Let God bless the broken road and let me straight to you. I'm lost years, so it's me. Into my love reverse. This much I know is true. That God bless the broken road, but let me straight to you. That God bless the broken road, let me straight to you. Get me in
So you have a story for me regarding the two diamonds in our tale?
Yeah, I do actually. So, one of the things that I probably taken for granted my entire life is friends, you know? And when I moved to Mitchell from Minnesota, I was 8 years old. And keep it third grade. Third grade is the first grade I was in. And those two guys right there were in my class.
Oh, awesome.
And we went through elementary school together, through middle school or junior high at the time. High school, we went to college together. We were college roommates together. And and now we still get together at least once a year. But I've always appreciated having the support of those guys. In fact, in whatever I'm doing. So, and it's always fun to be around them. And when they both live here in town, so when they found out I was going to be here, they were like, they made it. So I'm really happy that they did. So thanks.
Well, thanks for coming out, guys. It's appreciated.
Yeah. Also, a couple of guys sitting here at this table, I used to work with as well. I worked with for 17 years, 15, 17 years. You guys got there a little bit later than I did, didn't you?
Seemed longer.
Yeah, it does seem longer. But yeah, so they came over from Mitchell to hang out with us tonight too. So
Well, thanks for taking the drive all the way under, guys. That's awesome. I'd say you definitely brought a crowd with you. We appreciate that.
well, yeah. I'll try to do better next time, even see if we can meet some more people.
And no, that'd be great. I'm so spread the word. We're here every Thursday.
Thanks for listening to part 1 of Chris Foster. Part 2 will be released next week, so stay tuned and stay unscripted.